Pridecast. It's not a Negaverse episode, which I'm glad we'll have good news to give people about that.
I know, right? I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're live, by the way.
Oh, hello, live things.
We're going to let people filter in, as usual. So if you're just here and watching later, and you're just here for the podcast, skip ahead 10 or 15 minutes.
Right? Or if you're just looking at my hands, isn't this cool? Like, since you can't see my arms. Well, okay, there you can see my arm.
See, you're just so pretty.
Why, thank you. And so are you with your hat. Oh, look at all your different colored hats.
Thank you.
Yes, I think it's divine. This is going to be great.
I'm pretty excited about all the hats and props that I ordered.
I can't believe I just heard those words come out of your mouth.
Well, I mean, you know me. If we're going to do it, I'm going to lean in.
Yes, that's true. It's true. And I'm all about hats and props. I fucking love hats and props.
I know you do. But yeah, when I realized I was playing 6 characters, I was like, I can't, I have to give the audience a visual or they're just going to be completely lost.
Yeah. Oh, do you have a wrist tie? Because that's really all you'd need for the one character with the bun.
Oh, yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Oh, excellent. Okay,
Don't worry.
That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah. Well, especially because this character literally steps in and just says, hey, at one point.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of necessary to visually distinguish them.
Yeah.
Do we have peoples? I think the setup of the Chromebook, I can't really see certain things on the screen the way I can if I'm on my MacBook.
Yes, we do have peoples.
Yay, peoples!
They are filtering in.
Hello. Oh, I don't know why. It just seems like my hands are all weird. I'm not high. I swear to fucking God, I'm not high.
Agree to disagree.
But I did just utter the words, my hands are all weird. No, if I were super high, the cowboy would be here.
Oh, God.
Right? Maybe I should tell that story at our storytelling show.
Oh, you haven't picked which story yet?
No, well, because I didn't know what our lineup was going to be, because remember last year I didn't decide on anything until the very end, and then I ended up just reading a partial segment of Time Bangers. Because we were going to be crunched for time.
Yeah. Hey, Dad?
Yeah.
My computer is plugged in, but it is not actually getting any juice, which is bad. What happened? And what do I need to do to fix it?
Well, you see, Mario, what had happened was...
What had happened? What had happened was...
What had hat-pinned?
What hat-pinned?
Hat-pinned. What had hat-pinned? Yeah.
It's always worked before.
Yeah, they stop working at some point.
No, they don't. They never stop working.
Just clap your hands and bring it back to life.
I believe in... laptop chargers.
Yes, I do believe in laptop chargers. Man, Tinkerbell was a fucking sociopathic bitch, at least in the animated movie. She basically tries to have Wendy killed because she's jealous of her.
Oh, yeah.
When it's clear that Peter is all up in Tiger Lily's grill anyway. If Tinkerbell's trying to kill somebody, it should be TL. But no, it's Wendy. Wendy's got to go. Fucking psycho.
Wendy does gotta go.
Wendy gotta go.
Blue dress wearing bitch.
That might be a good title for the episode, Blue Dress Wearing Bitch.
Well, we're not even in the episode yet, so we can't name it, because then the podcast people will be like, you literally never said blue dress wearing bitch. Where did that
Balls!
Sorry, Rissy.
God cock damn it.
God cock damn it.
Trademark. Speaking of, something I always found fascinating was, did you ever watch Deadwood?
Nope. No, I didn't.
So one of the things that it's famous for is all the characters, swear like people in the Old West were believed to do, and they're always saying, cocksucker! I am beholden to no human cocksucker all the fucking time. But that's not really what period dialogue would have sounded like at all. People, you know, especially in rougher towns, certainly would have sworn a lot, but it was primarily blasphemy related, not scatological or sexual. So apparently when they tried to write authentic period dialogue, it came out like everybody sounded like Foghorn Leghorn. And they were like, this is not going to work. Fuck.
That's amazing.
Fuck.
Did we blow a fuse at some point and not realize it?
Is your computer gonna die?
Not super soon, but eventually. Will you, is that Daddy? Is that fan still working? Is it still on? Daddy, the fan. Dad, the fan. Is that still on?
Yeah, but that's coming from over there.
What's coming from over there?
That power.
Staging.
Okay. I just want to make sure. It was the only thing that came. It was the only thing I changed. Anyway, sorry. We're still trying to figure out why I don't have power.
Oh, it's okay.
Don't worry, we're not showing yet. We're just letting people filter in. Hi, guys. We're going to do a show just in a few minutes once my dad stops yelling at me to do my show because I'm defiant.
And I'm here.
Also, Rissy is here.
You may have been expecting Amanda, but Amanda's trapped in Vermont.
That's true. Also,
doing it with Bernie Sanders.
She wishes. We can't do letters from Rissy, obviously, because Rissy is here. So tonight we're doing letters to Rissy. So if you would like to get in on that, please go to our Google Plus page, comment on the specific post where I'm asking for submissions for that, just so I have them all consolidated in one place when we do get to that segment. Write her a letter. Ask her a question. Whatever you want. I don't know. I'm going to surprise her tonight, so it'll be fun.
Boy. In the butt, like you've done before in the Gen Con hotel room?
You promised you wouldn't tell people about that.
I feel that full disclosure is a good policy when one is heading into a night of being asked questions.
Well, I disagree.
To be fair, I did give you the people's elbow that one time, so you kind of owed me.
That is true.
So for those of you who may not have heard this story, Blythe is adorably small and folds up quite daintily.
I'm so little.
She is, and can become even littler. And whenever we're staying out in hotel rooms, oftentimes will be like 2 queen-size beds, and so 2 of us will share each bed. So one morning I was sharing a bed with Blythe, and everything was fine. I wake up, I look around in bed. I don't see Blythe. There's just a big kind of heap of blankets on one side of the bed, and I hear the shower running, and I'm like, oh, Blythe's already awake and is in the shower. And so I go, oh, and like stretch and bring my elbow down onto the bed, and I hear this and she'd burrowed all the way under the blanket. So I mean, the bed was practically flat. It was a little bit lumpy, but no more so than your blanket would be if you just kind of had discarded it.
It's true. I tend to burrito, as I call it. So when I'm sleeping by myself, I will sometimes literally like roll up so that I'm tucked in on either side and sometimes even the bottom. So I like to nestle under covers, and I was heavily nestled that night. I guess it was that morning.
Yep. And that's how I gave Blythe the people's elbow.
It was delightful.
Oh, I still feel bad about that. So I guess if you want to like stick your finger in my butthole or something at Gen Con, you can.
I'll just go for the taint like I usually do.
You're really good at finding taints with your clever monkey fingers. It's awful.
Well, you gotta have a superpower.
That's true. Did we determine that was what your superhero persona's ability was?
We didn't, but it should have been.
Yes, yeah. I think that works for me. Do we have stuff for the letters?
I do.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
Yes.
I have some things, but if people want to add more things to the list of things I can choose from, then please.
More things are always good, as is more stuff.
Exactly. I also just don't know how long you're going to take answering. You could fly through them, and I need more. So
that's true. Well, I mean, it really is going to depend on the question or letter. Like if it's like an actual letter that's just addressed to me, I guess I might feel the need to comment. But yeah, we'll see.
Well, I'm excited.
Me too. Oh my god. Hee hee. Are you writing a thing?
I tweeted and posted on the Facebook, and now I'm Instagramming my hat.
Your hat? Oh, Hashner, you look so good in that hat. Idiot. I don't have time for that. I just want bang, bang, bang. All right, I will retweet the thing. Where's the thing? Ah, yes, there we go. Retweet the thing.
The Red Raptor retweeted.
I know, right? Fuck that bitch.
Yeah, she's okay.
I guess. If you like poop.
You're so dumb.
Did
Did you
you hear that?
No.
Oh, it was a fart.
Oh. Did you see that? Did you see my plea for letters, by the way?
I don't think so. Was it on Facebook?
No. No, I posted on Google Plus.
Who does that?
Who does what?
Things on Google Plus.
Well, we do, because we're on Google Plus literally right now broadcasting.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a Google Hangout, though. It's slightly different. I mean, okay, but no, I did not. I did not see your plea for letters.
Okay, well, I pled for letters, and I said, you can ask a silly question, ask a serious question, ask for her opinion. And then I said something, oh, crap, I don't even remember what I said.
You could always look it up.
I'm really good at this. Yeah, no, I'm going to have to, apparently, because I'm special.
Cock and balls. I'm trying to share this thing. Okay. Let's see if I can.
Yes,
Yeah.
Letters from Rissy, letters to Rissy. Ask for her opinion. Ask her to perform an ode to poop. I mean, her entire existence is an ode to poop, but whatever. That made me happy.
Hee here we go. Share on my own timeline. All right. Hopefully, this will post on my timeline and not ours. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Yes, I shared it on my timeline.
Rissy, I'm so proud.
I know. I
You learned a thing.
I learned a thing.
You learned a thing.
I learned a thing. Learning all the things.
All right. All right. I have Instagrammed. I've tweeted. I've Facebooked. I think we should start this thing.
Let's do it.
Do you have the show notes open?
Nope.
Cool. Me neither. Let's do that.
Yay!
Okay, I have them now.
All right. One note.
You're so pretty.
I was explaining to someone, like, I don't handle logistics with the group. They don't let me near that shit.
That is so true.
Yeah, it's my job to come up with ludicrous content, not to be irresponsible adult.
Yeah, I would prefer you stay away from the practicality of things.
As would I. That's why this works out so well.
I'll run this crazy train, thank you very much.
Crazy!
Never gets old.
Nope. No,
Even
indeed.
6 years
Can you
later.
believe that shit?
I know.
6 fucking years, y'all.
All right. You have the notes open?
Almost. I have the OneNote online. I am signed in, and I'm opening up Dorkington Current.
Excellent.
Yes, it's just taking its goddamn cocksucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Blythe, you could kind of work a Deadwood sort of thing.
Yeah, I hear ya.
All right. Pridecast. Is it just going to be the show notes in the thing?
Yeah, it's the one that's called Dork Pridecast.
I figured.
You have it open now?
Yes? Okay.
Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and start this thing. Are you ready?
Yes! Audio input is set to correct mic. Try Amanda's mic closer to...
No, you don't have to, you're so pretty.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, I see.
She's so pretty, you guys. All right,
Here we go. Okay.
Hello, and welcome to episode 14 of the Dork Pridecast. My name is Blythe, and Amanda is here in spirit, but she couldn't get a solid internet connection at her science conference, so Rissy is here in her absence.
We make up one half of a nerdcore comedy group called the Damsels of Dorkington, whose main goal is to celebrate Dork Pride, come on, and make you laugh. So start laughing, cocksuckers, or I'll kill you.
Okay, that seems really aggressive.
It is.
Okay. All right.
I believe in laughter, in the power of laughter.
Well, I believe the children are our future. So.
Teach them well and let them lead the way. That's for you 80s kids.
Well, Rissy.
Yes?
This is your first time on Not a Bonus episode.
This is so true.
Podcast.
OMG.
So welcome.
Why, thank you. I'm very happy to be here, even though I had to kill Amanda to do it. I mean, send Amanda to a science conference in Vermont. That's a real place that I did not make up.
Well, that's going to change things at Gen Con if she just magically doesn't show up.
No. I mean, she'll be back from the dead.
Okay.
Next week, Zombie Amanda.
Gen Con is going to be real special. It's just going to be me and Jeff because Amanda is dead and Rissy's in prison.
The whole Jeff and Blythe show. Oh, God, wow. That's almost a kind of Jean-Paul Sartre depiction of hell sort of thing going on now.
Well, I mean, it's a certain kind of hell, I suppose.
Is now when we read the show notes?
Well, here's how this works. We don't
Okay.
necessarily read the show notes so much as the show notes are a place that Amanda and I usually write down things that we want to talk about.
In Soviet Russia, show notes review!
Luckily, we're not in Soviet Russia, so the show notes will not read me.
I beg to differ. Both you and I are in realms of red. Complete red.
That is true.
Therefore, we are the Red Menace.
All right, I'm good with that.
Duh.
If you are watching this on YouTube, you will notice my very stylish hat.
It is such a stylish hat.
So this week, I have been getting all of the props.
All of them.
For our shows at Gen Con, which begin 1 week from today.
Oh my fucking Christ.
I know. So
Holy
this hat, as you can probably see, is an Indiana Jones hat. So I'll let you take guesses on how that factors into any one of our shows.
Indiana.
Name yes.
Dog, Indiana.
I've been getting all kinds of things from Amazon.
Like what?
Well, this hat. I got an Empire baseball cap for our...
Oh, I did see that on your Instagram.
I have an inflatable proton pack.
That's going to be amazing.
Which is maybe my favorite.
Did you get a mask or anything that goes with it to denote that character? Since we're not giving out spoilers.
No, I didn't. I'm trying to keep it as... I was just trying to keep it to one thing.
Right. That makes sense. Also, people will know.
Yeah, exactly. And I also... I got a jacket.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. I saw that picture as well.
Yes, I got like a fake leather jacket. So, I think those are the main things that have been coming. Also, I mentioned last week that our Vistaprint order got lost.
Oh, yeah. So
luckily, Vistaprint has amazing customer service. They just printed us off a second order and just send it out, and no questions asked.
Well, how about that shit? Thank you, Vistaprint.
Yeah, so I highly recommend. We've been using them since the inception of this group. Okay, so they're really great. Their customer service is perfect. If UPS ever gets off their ass and finds our other package, we'll have 2 of everything. And if not, then I'm no worse off, except for all the time I spent on the phone. Well, my dad actually did it because I was too busy working 2 jobs. So thanks, Dad.
This is America. You need 2 jobs. At least you need 3 jobs. Anybody remember In Living Color, the Jamaican family with all the jobs? Anyone? Nope.
Living Color was a little before my time.
Shut up, you.
Sorry. So
I too have gotten some props.
Yes, Rissy has also been ordering stuff and things for our shows.
Some of them are secret props.
Some of them, like, literally, I don't even know about. She's apparently going to surprise butt sex us live on stage.
Surprise butt sex!
So.
Yes, there's going to be a big surprise. Although the non-surprise one is I got a cool mask of a certain character from Star Wars Episode 7. I know, right? And it has a thing that changes your voice.
Does it seriously?
It seriously does.
You did not mention that. That is so great. Oh, that is so great.
I know, right? This is going to be fucking incredible. So you guys, like, if you have not purchased tickets to our Stars War show, our Stars War, don't sue us, you really should. It's going to be fucking dynamite.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that show. I'm glad it's on we're closing on. I'm glad it's on Saturday.
Yes, yeah, me too. I think it's going to be fucking amazing.
Yes. Speaking of which, if you don't have your tickets to Macbeth, you'd better get them because we have like 17 left.
You're fucking kidding me. Holy shit. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, the Star Wars is in a bigger room, so
right, it's got a lot more to sell.
But yeah, the Macbeth show is very close to being straight up sold out. Don't let that hinder you. If you want to just show up, there's still a good chance you'll be able to get into the show, but if you want to guarantee, you better get a ticket. So
yeah.
Also, this is brand new and exciting.
Ooh.
Our storytelling show happening on Thursday. We announced last week that Christopher Bedell from Greater Than Games will be telling a story, schedule permitting. That's a little asterisk there. But we have confirmed Mikey Mason will also be telling a story with us.
I hope it's about the song that is the incident that inspired the song "The Best Game Ever." If you guys out there are not familiar with the works of Mikey Mason, he's an amazing singer and guitar player. And again, probably cliche to say so, but he has this amazing song called "The Best Game Ever" about, well, the best game ever of D&D, and it's really fucking amazing, and will take you straight back to the tables of yore.
Yeah,
so I'm super psyched about this. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he's fantastic. A really talented geek musician. Very funny. He also does just comedy music in general as well. But super talented, super funny, and a great dude. We love him. We wish we had more time to spend with him at the conventions. But you know, we'll get to hear a story, so that's good. I'm excited.
Yay! Yeah, so that is super cool.
Yeah, very neat. So
should I be the one to announce the next fun bit of news concerning the Patreon?
Oh yes, Rissy, please tell the people.
The Negaverse is saved for the month of July. Thank you, all of you who chipped in, and thank you especially Gordon Nelson for tweeting #SaveTheNegaverse. That just warmed the cockles of my black foul heart, even the subcoccular region. And yeah, so now our Patreon is up over $200 for the month of July, which means you will get another Negaverse episode.
Now that is assuming that no one lowers their pledge between now and then.
Right, which, I mean,
so
that would be pretty funny.
Guys,
like, you know what, next time, Dollface, lowering it now.
Yeah, we're like $12 over at this point, so we should be able to stay there. But I did just want to put also that tiny asterisk in there to say, like, there's still a couple days if anything changes. It's not likely to. I'm sure it'll be fine.
But yeah, so I'm so stoked. Another episode of me and Jeff raining hellfire and poopstone down upon you.
Yeah.
Willingly.
I'm excited. So it's it's doing really well on our Libsyn downloads.
Oh,
so
nice. Awesome.
People are really enjoying it.
Excellent. Well,
Yes.
for the next one, my body is ready.
Okay.
Because I went to the gynecologist on Monday.
What'd you say?
Because I went to the gynecologist on Monday.
Okay.
I learned I grew a half an inch.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what? I'm 5'9.5" now, and they're like, yeah, you're 5'9.5". I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like 5'8 3/4". That's been my height my entire adult life. And we're like, no, you're 5'9.5". So I'm like, do I have gigantism? Has my pituitary gland reactivated? So in case, I asked my boss, I'm like, do I seem taller? She's like, yeah, actually you do. I was wondering why. Like, because I'm tall. She's tall as well. And she was like, in theory, I should be as tall as you, but I'm not anymore. So, I don't know. Yeah, and I don't know what the fuck is up with that. So, yeah.
I do also want to mention, by the way, for those of you who are not going to be at Gen Con, or even if you are, I suppose, definitely follow the group on Twitter at Dorkington. Yes. But you're also going to want to follow my Instagram because that's probably where most of the pictures will get posted. I'm the one who Instagrams. I'm the one.
I ostensibly have an Instagram. I just always forget about it.
Right, and that's the thing. Like, my Instagram is pretty active, so I'll be posting photos on my own account. So find me. I'm at Blythe Renee. I'm at Blythe Renee on basically everything. I'm very easy to find as long as you can spell my name. So that's just my recommendation for if you want to follow us through Gen Con and you want pictures, definitely get on the Instagrams.
That Insta
dough. So I think that's pretty much all of the Gen Con news we have. These are your last couple of days to become a Patreon if you want to come to our patron party that's happening after our storytelling show on Thursday. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure everybody already knows about that anyway. So patreon.com/Damsels of Dorkington if you're not already a patron. And you can become a patron at any level. We're letting all of our patrons come to the party. We don't care about how much you're giving us. We're just grateful that you're giving us anything at all. So we want to show you how much we appreciate it. So
actually, yeah, somebody asked me last night how much it costs, and I was like $1, literally, if that's all you can afford, and still want to come to the room party, become one of our patrons for literally $1. We're all about it.
Absolutely. So that's pretty much the Gen Con news. Rissy, what did you do this week?
What did I do this week? So as I said, I went to the gynecologist on Monday. It was actually a lot of fun.
Which resulted in an amazing tweet that I got to do from the Damsel account because sometimes Rissy just says these things, and rather than me responding to the thing she said, I just respond with, "Can I tweet that?"
Do you want to read the tweet?
Oh. I mean, I don't have it pulled up at the moment. Oh, wait. It probably wouldn't be that difficult. Here we are. Yes. So Rissy, and this was the full-on quote. I didn't even have to change this or alter it at all. Rissy just out of nowhere texts the girls group.
We have one.
Yes. She texts the girls Damsel group. Just had a great convo about sci-fi with my male gyno while he was elbow deep in my cooch. And I mean, of course, what else is there to say to that other than, can I tweet that? So I did, and she said, of course, and I tweeted it.
Yeah, I mean, it was just so, for those of you who don't know, and since a lot of you are male, you probably don't, a gynecologist visit is generally not particularly pleasant because you're sitting up, scooched to the end of an examination table, and your legs are in these stirrups, and they have to take a hunk of metal that's usually freezing cold, called a speculum, and shove it in to your vagina and kind of spread things open so they can poke around in there and make sure everything is at least on the surface okay. And usually you have to go through this nightmare to get your birth control prescription re-upped. Yeah. So not much fun, but actually I had a great time at the gynecologist. The doctor was awesome, and we just had this really kind of nice, casual conversation talking about our favorite works of speculative fiction. All like clinkety clink 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 with the speculum, and yeah, like, and I was much more relaxed, so I wasn't sore afterwards. It was just a really pleasant experience.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to hear that your vagina is doing well.
It is. It's doing so well. OMG. Well, I figured based on Amanda's letter last week, it was only fair that I come and talk about my vagina. Now we're going to have to make Amanda talk about hers. And then...
I'm sure she'll be thrilled with that.
And then it's only what she deserves.
It is only what she deserves, you fucking twats.
And then we'll make Jeff get a chlamydia test where they do a swab all the way in your dick hole.
Oh, yeah. He's still bitching about the one he had to have 10 years ago. So.
Oh, because of his whorish ex-wife?
You said it. I didn't.
But that's the closest analog there is, guys. If you've ever had a dick hole swab, that's kind of what it's like going to the gynecologist.
It's not great.
No, it's not. But as I've learned, if you just have, a nice, relaxing conversation, it's so much easier.
That's so nice.
Yeah, it was really great. Well, and the doctor was just super cool. Male gynecologists tend to actually be douchebags, but this one was just super sweet and not at all creepy or weird, and just like he was one of those dudes that radiates like anti-creep vibes. They're out there. There's not many of them, but they're out there. And so being around them is just naturally relaxing. And then the whole oh, you're a geek too. You're a geeky gynecologist. Because he was pretty well versed. Oh, and he thinks Thomas Covenant is a loathsome whiner. So, I was like, you are the best gynecologist. Blythe, are you familiar with the Thomas Covenant novels?
I'm not, but did you ask him to put a ring on it while he was...
He mentioned a wife, so... a little older than I care for.
Well, I mean, you could have said, oh, I meant the Nuva ring. It's, you could have gotten out of
it. Why has Beyonce's Single Ladies not yet been used to advertise the Nuva ring?
Oh, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should do that.
That could be a lot of fun, actually.
All right, I will put that on the list. I added something to the list. Oh, that's Star Trek related yesterday. Remind me to tell you about that. So,
I'm freaking out, man. I'm freaking out.
And it's also /fic, so you'll really doubly love it.
Well, yes. Star Trek and /fic go together like a wink and a smile.
Exactly.
Actually, that's kind of how /fic was invented.
Exactly. So I think it's only appropriate. Anyway, but yes, we have a running list of ideas of sketch videos that we want to do that we kind of just always keep going, so that needs to go on it.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. So yeah, the next time you're at the doctor's getting your orifices probed for whatever reason, just maybe see if you can find something you have in common with the doctor, and it'll make things go a little easier on you.
Just kind of relaxes things, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. So, I mean, any of you male viewers who are kind of getting up in years may have your first colonoscopy on the horizon.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and we want all of you to live very long and happy lives, so just get used to being the Muppet. It's for your health, so you don't want polyps. Those are no good.
Yeah, what she said.
This has been health advice from Rissy.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Get your butt probed frequently.
Ridiculous.
What about you, Blythe? What did you do this week?
Well, I have a lot of things to talk about, actually. First of all, Comixology was having a little bit of a sale last weekend for SDCC, so I'm really excited about this. I picked up the first 2 trades of Southern Bastards.
I like the sound of this already.
Yeah, it's really well received and just won some Eisners, I think. I think a couple.
Who's it through?
I want to say Southern Bastards is the double Jason whammy. It's the Jason Aaron and Jason Latour combo. It's Image. Image Comics.
Yeah. I'm familiar.
Everything I love is.
I was gonna say that's kind of your thing these
I know,
days, so.
and it's like I don't even mean it to be. It's just that's how it worked out.
It happens.
Yep, it is in fact Image Comics, and it is Jason Aaron and Jason Latour.
What's that about?
I'm trying to find a description, and I don't have one immediately on hand, unfortunately. And I haven't read it, so I don't feel like me giving you... Okay, here we go. Southern Bastards. This is straight off their own website. Earl Tubb is an angry old man with a very big stick. I'm already in.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, this is great.
Euless Boss is a high school football coach with no more room in his office for trophies and no more room underneath the bleachers for burying bodies.
Oh, my.
And they're just two of the folks you'll meet in Craw County, Alabama.
Craw County, of course.
A Southern Fried Crime comic by Jason Aaron and Jason Latour. So
this sounds great.
Everyone sings its praises. And then, like I said, I know at least one of the Jasons, if not both of the Jasons, just won an Eisner last weekend at SDCC.
Nice.
So I'm just super, super excited to finally get into this book that I've had it on my wish list for a long time, and I just haven't pulled the trigger. So I finally decided to, and so I'm hopefully going to read it on the flight to Gen Con. So.
Oh my.
Yay! That's when I do all my comic readings, is when I'm
really?
traveling.
On the flights?
Yeah, flights or on vacations in general.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm super excited about that. I also, this week, I probably am getting fired from my second job.
Oh, but that's the fun one, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I was doing a video streaming job, but it's actually good. The company seems to be going in a way that I'm not really interested in going with it. When I took the job, it was very like open, like you have full creative control, and now they're really trying to like, you have to do this, can't do that, you have to do this, you can't do that, and I'm like, this is literally the opposite of what you guys sold me.
Yeah, it's basically like the movie plot of Wayne's World, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, exactly like that. But they want full-time employees, and I told them I could promise them 3 days, and they were like, nope, not good enough. And I haven't really heard back from them, so I'm just basically planning on not going in again. So it's okay. It's like, it sucks, but here's the thing. Some really great things came from it. I met a lot of really good people that I will hopefully stay in contact with, and then I really had to stretch. I had to get out of my comfort zone. It really forced me to do some things that I had never done before. I actually wound up writing a song.
Nice.
Like a real legitimate, like not even a comedy song.
Oh.
Which I've kind of dabbled with. But anyway, and I don't have it finished or recorded yet, but I'm going to. It's basically as soon as Gen Con is over, I'm going to focus on that next. But Gen Con, like I started writing it, and then I was like, Gen Con is happening.
Right. A lot of things in my life have kind of been like shoved off to the side. Gen Con is happening!
Exactly. So that's going to become kind of a priority of making that happen. And one of my good friends, Shelly Siegel, who is an amazing songwriter herself, is helping me to do that. So I'm looking forward to doing that. But then I also did, just this week, actually, I just sat down with another girl who works there. Her name is Kelsey Lane. She is a comedian and a musician. She also does some musical comedy.
Oh,
obviously.
nice.
Really talented, really pretty, real dirty. We sat down last week for like an hour, and we were just improvising this song that we decided to start a band based on a troll calling us one of us a ratchet whore. So we decided she was ratchet and I was whore, and together we make up ratchet whore.
That's great.
And so then literally for an hour we sat and improvised a song based entirely off of what our viewers typed into the chat.
Oh, wow. So some very Who's Line kind of stuff.
They were very filthy motherfuckers.
Well, of course they are.
And so were we, so it was perfect. So we had a lot of fun. There is actually a short clip. We didn't record the whole thing, and really, who would want to watch that? But we did record like a 10-minute clip of it, and it's Kelsey posted it on YouTube. If you go find my Facebook fan page, not my Facebook profile, that's for my close friends and family only. Find my fan page, and I posted it. It's the most recent thing I posted, so it's really easy to find there. But yeah, I would love it if you guys would go check that out, because it was literally the first time I was ever doing this. And it went really well, and I loved it. I was on cloud 9 for days afterwards. So I even, Rissy, you like this? I even rhymed a couple times.
Did you now? What did you rhyme?
I don't remember. You know how improv brain works.
It's true. It just kind of flies right the fuck out of there.
Yeah, penis head. I was
and Grateful Dead.
Yeah, right. Penis head was actually the one that it was the second one, so it wasn't even.
According to Cosmo magazine, that's what you're supposed to do with them.
Right.
Like the penis head.
Like the twist.
Yeah.
And yeah. Yeah, that's my signature move.
Good to know.
Anyway, so that was really, really fun. And so I'm sad that I won't get to work at that job anymore. But like I said, it's moving in a direction I wasn't really interested in anyway. Also, they said like PG, and I was like, no.
Who can do that? Who can improvise and stay PG?
Well, it's not improvising.
Oh.
I mean, most of the people on there are doing. In fact, they don't even want improvising.
What the fuck is the point?
Well,
it seems like improv would be a lot more, I don't know, fun and creative and cool. And
yeah, they're just trying to lock everything down, and it's, you know how it is when a corporation starts a thing. It can be a really good idea at first, and then corporate bullshit gets in the way, and that's kind of what's happening here. So
yeah, I absolutely hear you. Ruining creativity since forever.
Yeah, for sure. But I also did want to mention that on your Negaverse episode, I had Jeff talk about my friend Camille, who had a dress in her Universe fashion show.
At SDCC?
She won the Audience Choice Award.
Fuck yeah! That is badass!
Yeah,
fucking
and so
yay.
I don't want to tell you exactly what the dress, it does something. So I don't want to tell you exactly about it, but you can go to Comic Con HQ, which is comic-conhq.com, and apparently I think they put it up today, the results of everything, but you can see her model, who was fucking gorgeous, by the way, walk down the runway in this amazing dress that she designed, and then something happens, and it's Harry Potter. Wow. It's Harry Potter inspired.
Ooh.
And it's just, it's mind-blowing.
The dress casts Avada Kedavra and kills everyone.
Oh my god, I just said I don't want to spoil it. The whole audience is, there's a criminal they're what, I can't find words right now. Shut up. Investigation. There's a criminal investigation right now. Yeah, the whole thing. Anyway, so I just wanted to mention that. Also, I want to thank you guys, because I don't know when it happened, but I happened to look at our iTunes recently, and we officially have enough ratings to have a rating, an average rating. So we're like legitimate now, and thank you guys so much. If you took a second to just give us a couple of stars or whatever, thank you so much. We're legit now. We exist.
That is so awesome. That means a lot. That is the world right there.
So that happened, presumably this week or sometime. I mean, that's when I noticed it. So those are the things that have consumed my week. So
I have something exciting coming up this weekend.
Go on.
I'm going to the Renaissance Festival.
Oh, no. I'm so jealous. I missed the one here. It happened right when I got back to LA, and I just totally missed it.
So I'm going to the one, it is technically in Wisconsin, but it's on the Wisconsin-Illinois border. It's called Bristol, and apparently it is one of the best festivals in the country. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
I know Bristol, and if I know Bristol, then it's one of the larger ones, better ones.
It's big, and apparently it's just absolutely amazing. The cast is supposed to be fucking fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, when I worked at KCRF, I heard just so many amazing things about Bristol, so I'm really excited to go. Also, since I don't work there, I can get super drunk and fuck with the actors. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah. Huzzah and shit.
Huzzah and shit. I'm a little bit sad that I won't have Jeff to drunkenly march around and sing Good King Wenceslas with.
I know, me too.
That was always my favorite part of going to KCRF. That and getting the Gypsy Boys to talk to us about cocaine.
Oh my gosh. Those poor new kids who just like never knew what they were getting into when they got into an interaction with you, and it was like, oh, this first year doesn't know who she is, and that's well, here we go.
That was good times right there.
I love it.
It's I'm stoked. It's gonna be fun. I love Renaissance festivals. It's an amazingly historically accurate recreation of American suburban life in the 1980s. To quote a friend of mine.
Oh, that makes me happy.
Thank you, Gareth. And yeah, it's gonna be a blast. I'm gonna get lit and go out there with friends and just tear shit up at the Ren Fest.
That's pretty great.
Hopefully I will have some awesome stories to put into letter form.
I was going to say, you won't be writing a letter next week.
Oh, that's true. Fuck, we'll be in Gen Con!
We'll be at Gen Con. But hold on to those. Hold on to that story until the next podcast, perhaps.
That's true.
It'd probably be worth it.
Yeah.
Plus, we're going to have a lot going on at Gen Con, so.
This is true.
And maybe even some guests on the podcast if I can get our friends to pop by at the right time. So
we have friends?
I know, we do.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
That sounds crazy.
So that covers my week. That covers your week.
I was gonna say, have I done anything else interesting? I mean, I've been reading a lot. Like, I want to see the show Stranger Things. I hear amazing stuff about it. I love 80s stuff. I love horror, especially horror related to childhood. And apparently, there's amazing references to like shit in D&D and whatnot.
Yeah, they're literally playing D&D.
Yeah, I hear the Demogorgon gets brought up, and I'm like, I love that guy. So yeah, it's a show I really, really want to see, but I don't know if I'll be able to make time in between now and Gen Con, but definitely on my list.
Yeah, I watched like the first couple of episodes while I was cooking the other day, so I kind of only half watched them, but it seemed really, really good. Also, it's super weird, by the way, to see Winona Ryder. Wait, is it?
Yes,
Winona Ryder? Is that?
That's her. Mm-hmm.
Okay, for some reason, my brain went, wait, am I saying Winona Judd?
Oh, right.
Yeah. Anyway, it's really weird to see her playing a mom. Like, I'm like, oh, God.
Well, she was Spock's mom.
Oh, well, I don't know. I guess I keep forgetting.
To be fair, she wasn't Spock's mom in a horror movie or TV show.
Well, the horror part doesn't really matter. It's just so weird to see, like, someone who was, like, a popular actress when I was, as a young person, when I was also a young person, is now regularly playing moms.
It's Hollywood. I mean, that's what happens to women over the age of whatever.
I totally hear you. It's just weird for me. Anyway.
I guess I was kind of, I had that shock in the 2009 Star Trek reboot when she was Spock's mom, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, I think I must have blocked it out and just had it all over again.
She did a fine job.
Well, that's not in question here.
But yeah, it was just more than a little weird back then.
Yeah.
So yeah, Stranger Things is on the list. But yeah, like, I'm so excited about Gen Con props and things. Yeah, like less than a week now. Like, because a week from now we will have just finished our first show.
Yes.
Oh shit!
In fact, we'll be doing the pod 1 week from now. We'll be doing the podcast.
Oh my god!
From Gen Con with all of our patrons around us.
Oh my god!
Joshua Griffith says, "Watch out for crotch spiders at the Renfest."
Crotch spiders! You get caught up in there, crotch spiders! Crotch spiders!
Oh man. We should make Drunk Jeff and Rissy at a Ren Fest one of our Patreon goals.
Yes. Well, I mean, did we ever tell people about the when we were thinking about doing another Kickstarter instead of a Patreon about the $10,000 stretch goal that I suggested?
I don't think so.
As a chaotic neutral person, I think rules, especially the rule of law, are meant to be broken. And so I thought, what would be great if we got some ludicrous amount on a Kickstarter. We talked about recording various songs that we've done, and one of the songs we have in our repertoire is called Every Ren Fair Song You've Ever Heard, and it is a pastiche of various styles of music that are popular at Renaissance festivals. So there's a verse about pirates, there's a verse that's a tragic Celtic ballad, there's a verse that's a saucy innuendo song, and like most songs of its type would have been regarded as scandalous in the 1950s. There's a fantasy nonsense verse, and a chorus where we get the audience to yell and clap and stomp and shout nonsense words, like you do at the Renaissance Festival. And so we talked about like recording it and doing a music video, but we figured, well, part of the charm of the song is, you know, seeing and experiencing it live. And we're like, well, obviously we'd have to do a live music video. And I'm like, oh, for a Kickstarter reward, if we get to $10,000, let's trespass on a Renaissance Festival while it's happening. Occupy a stage, get a crowd, and film a video, and then run away and try not to get caught.
Guys, I want to explain to you something that you probably don't realize about me. As much as I hate to admit it, I'm like lawful good. Lawful neutral at best.
At best. I love it that you think lawful good is something to be ashamed of, which it's true. You should be ashamed.
It is. But the lawful part is the most important part of this. Rissy just talking about this makes my heart rate go up, makes my blood pressure rise. It makes me so uncomfortable to know that we could get caught. Oh my God. And so she keeps wanting to, and I said for $10,000 I'll do it because I know we'll never get $10,000, but yes. So that is something Rissy has pitched in the past and will continue pitching.
Till the day I die. So
yeah, until I finally give in and start catching.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, anybody out there with 10 grand to spare, if you want to encourage us breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
Judas Priest, but not the laws of grammar. Yeah, for $10,000, we will break into a Renaissance festival and commandeer a stage, and you know people would love it, and we'd be like, deuces!
Deuces, jetpack.
Jetpack.
Yeah, so that's a thing that will never happen.
That will totally happen. Give us $10,000.
Okay.
Subliminal messaging.
I forgot one other thing that happened this week. In fact, it happened today, and I'm super excited about it.
Oh, boy.
This arrived. I don't
is
know if you can see this.
Nightmare Forest? That sounds delightful.
Yes, it's a brand new game that I kickstarted. It's called Nightmare Forest Dead Run. It's a zombie themed card game. And I got the collector's edition, which I totally forgot about. And I was super excited to get it and be like, oh, surprise. Thanks, Blythe, from 6 months ago.
Surprise.
And so then, but rather than it being like you're fighting zombies, there's a bit of a twist. You're in the woods and you're fighting animals that are zombies.
What a twist!
Zombie animals. So I haven't had a chance. It literally got here today. So I walked in from work and I was like, oh shit, it's here. So I'm super excited to bust it out. I'm going to bust it out this weekend and give it a playthrough. And if it's quick and easy,
do it at the room party?
Yeah, we may bring it to Gen Con and have because it's relative. It's a small game, so we could totally do that. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to get into this. So, and you can check out. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, it's by Solar Flare Games. And they are solarflaregames.com. So if you want to check that out or any of their other games. Also, Rissy, I think we talked about this last week during our rehearsal. They're the ones that are making that Lords of Rock game.
Oh, yes, which does sound really great.
Yeah, and that's being kickstarted as of August 1st. So, and it's a weird, like, myth. It's like Greek mythology.
Yeah.
But they're all, like,
rock stars,
music stars. Yeah, and so and
so kind of the plot of a lot of young adult novels. I'm okay with that.
So there you go.
Various reincarnated Greek deities in American high schools who are rock stars.
The art looks really cool, so I dig that. Anyway, so Solar Flare Games. Haven't played it yet, but it looks good, and I'm excited.
I was gonna say it looks spooky. So, I wonder if if there's a version you can play in the actual woods where your friends put on animal masks and pretend to be zombies and chase you around.
I think you could probably make that version.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Excellent. Your improv training will serve me well with the yes-anding. Yes, and I will be the demonic bear.
All right. Oh my God. Oh
What?
no, he just is adding. I thought Jeff gave me news items for days, but it turns out he's just not deleting his old news items.
Oh, okay. Wait, is it that time?
It is.
What is it time for?
It's time for the news, according to Jeff.
Oh, shit!
Oh, shit, indeed. All right, guys. All right, so welcome to the last time I tell you to just update your damn system to Windows 10 for free. I'm punching taints moving forward for anyone that complains about the cost from here on out. Punching taints.
He can't poke them like you do, Blythe. He's not.
Well,
his fingers aren't that small.
Sure, and he also doesn't want it to be enjoyable, and mine is like weirdly enjoyable, but it's not unenjoyable.
I don't know if I would agree with that, but all right, like
It's not unenjoyable. Okay, anyway. A Windows Anniversary update is rolling out on August 2nd for computers and mobile, while the Xbox One gets an update of its own, ultimately bridging the three lines into a single UWP environment. I don't know what that means. So, I guess Universal Windows platform, maybe? That's my guess. So set your stuff to do so in the middle of the night when you aren't using your device. All right, that's the Windows bullshit. Moving on. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 have been re-released onto consoles and PC as $40 standalone titles or a $60 bundle. Both are great, and if you haven't played them, you should totally do so now. The only reason I'm not crotchety about the price point is that these were both rare titles that often would cost well over their initial amounts due to a licensing expiration. Yeah, those used to be really hard to get. Go get them now while you can. Who knows?
Yes.
Licensing is weird, guys. It's super weird. Get those games while you can. Darksiders will also be re-released in October. You know, if you want to play a game that is as good, if not better, than any Legend of Zelda game. But since it doesn't have a nostalgic Nintendo character, it didn't sell well.
Someone's a little bitter.
Fighting words. 500 gigabyte Xbox One consoles are now priced at $250. So if you want the old design or just want another on a deal as they sell through existing stock, then it's a good time to strike.
Blythe, have you offered to poop in anyone's mouth for an Xbox One?
No. I mean,
Would
if that's what it takes, I guess.
I was going to say, I think pooping in somebody's mouth is pretty fair.
I mean, it would be difficult to make that happen. I mean, I probably would be real uncomfortable with the whole thing, but like, I'll take a few minutes of discomfort and straining in order to be able to have an Xbox One for many years.
Right.
So, sure, why not? Damsels at DorkPride.com.
Any poop mouthers out there? Blythe's taking offers.
Why is this going to become the running joke? Whatever. All right.
Things Blythe will do for an Xbox One.
There are a lot of... That list is long, Rissy.
What would you do for an Xbox One?
Wow, that fits surprisingly well.
Right?
I mean, the list of things that I wouldn't do is probably less long.
Aren't good to know.
All right. 500 gigs and 1 terabyte Xbox One S will be available at the August 23rd at the August 23rd and have some great bundles, especially the 500 gig with the Master Chief Collection and Halo 5 included for $2.99. Perfect for Blythes.
Oh.
I guess Jeff is telling me which one I should get.
I guess so, yes. News according to Jeff's opinion.
So if I can get to August 23rd, perhaps I will follow his advice and purchase the thing that he just said. With the Master Chief Collection? Yeah, that makes sense. All right, thank you, Jeff. That is a news item I do legitimately appreciate. Xbox Summer Spotlight for indie games is going on until September 5th. We Happy Few just released Into Games preview, and it looks deliciously creepy, like an Orwellian Bioshock. Roguelike set in an alternate 1960s England. I'm not sure if that's two different thoughts. His punctuation doesn't exist here.
Jeff, why you no punctuate?
Sorry. Check out the trial for free, guys.
Of that thing.
The team comprised of core members of Criterion Games, Three Fields Entertainment, that brought you the Burnout franchise, which I love, have confirmed they are working on a new driving game. What would? And yeah, that note of which I love, that's a note from me. That's not a news item from Jeff. That's Blythe being excited about the Burnout people making another driving game.
Drive, like it's a simulator or?
Yeah, it's a simulator. It's to teach 15-year-olds how to drive.
Oh, that's fun.
That's how I learned to drive. That's how I got my license.
Burnout? Oh, great. Well, awesome. I'm a gullible old person, I know.
Trade and paint. And that's why I'm such a horrible driver, because Burnout taught me. I've killed a lot of people.
Me too. Wait, in video games. I've killed a lot of games.
Oh, man, I missed that. All right, good God, this is still long. Jesus Christ. All right. I'm going to move through this quickly if I can. Oh, God, Jeff, stay away from the politics. Hillary's your Democratic candidate, like it or hate it, but surprise, you have a politician as your candidate. Hey, at least you don't have to pretend to support Trump to keep your partisan beliefs alive and well, though, right? I feel bad for my Republican friends. So many conflicts and mental gymnastics will have to occur for restful nights after November. Can we just FDR Obama? Pretty please. I don't want to lose him. Cool, Uncle Biden, or the firstest lady in the last 50
I am
years.
going to miss Diamond Joe.
The firstest lady in the last 50 years. I guess she's the firstest.
Firstest.
All right, here we go. SDCC was last week, and oh God, the trailers. Justice League looks really good. I guess Batfleck being at the creative helm with Jeff Johns instead of Zack Snyder, a.k.a. DC's Bryan Singer, already paying off. Though the nods to the MCU are pretty apparent. Can anyone say Peter Flash Parker? Doctor Strange looks like it will test the mental aptitude of many moviegoers and might be one of the few movies I will ever advocate watching in 3D.
Meh.
Here we go. Luke motherfucking Cage. To paraphrase the director, with everything going on in the world right now, I think we all need a bulletproof black man.
I support this 100%. Luke Cage, yes.
Punisher standalone series, motherfucking Iron Fist. Yeah, Netflix is killing it. Also, The Defenders. It was just a teaser, but you know you want it.
Defenders disseminate!
Yeah, what you said. Any comments on any of that?
I mean, Iron Fist and The Punisher are some of my least favorite Marvel properties. I am super stoked about Luke Cage, though. That is going to be great. And also, I mean, you know my feelings about Detective Comics. And yes, the Nick Fury Batman and Peter Parker Flash, I was just like, wank, who gives a shit?
You're so funny.
All right?
All right, moving on. Also, speaking of trailers, the internet is already pissing on Matt Damon's new film, The Great Wall, which is directed by a prominent Chinese director, is China's largest budget film ever, stars Oberyn Martell, and is telling the story of why the wall was built over 1,000 years ago to keep out fucking monsters, of course. Duh.
Well, I mean, it shares the first 3 letters, Mongols and monsters. Oh God, what have I done? I just created a new role-playing game.
Oh, God.
Mongols and monsters? Fuck!
The internet is angry that yet another foreign movie is whitewashing the cast by having a white savior as the protagonist. In related news, the internet doesn't understand how business works, how money is made, or how budgets are recouped.
I will say the movie posters are hilarious because it was built to keep out one thing, and then Matt Damon's name is right underneath it. Now that would be a movie I could get behind.
Finally, one last thing the internet can shut up about. I saw Ghostbusters, and it was just fine. Even that theme song you hated was only in the movie for 10 seconds.
Thank God.
Shut up. I actually didn't think the theme song was that bad. Like, I mean, it wasn't... Listen, you're not going to recapture the amazingness of the original.
No.
Theme
Ray Parker
song,
Jr.
like,
cannot be topped.
Period. I mean, they're literally doing a full-on remake of a song. Like, it's not going to happen. But actually, I mean, it's fucking Fall Out Boy. Like, it's... What did you expect?
Da da na luri lura.
I mean, there you go. Anyway. The girls have professed their lady bone. He's talking about us girls. The girls have professed their lady boners for Holtzman. Although I like Holtzman, I do not have the lady boner like the other two ladies do. So I'm gonna let those two science bitches fight it out over Holtzman. No problem. Bitches. But Jeff says, I have a regular, conventional, probably boring dude boner for her. Never knew I wanted to be a proton pistol so badly.
Oh my God.
And finally, he says, see some of you fuckers at Gen Con next week. Come catch a show and then say hi if you see me on the floor at the booth. That goes for us too.
Indeed.
Before I leave, I get to see Nick Offerman and Megan Mullally this weekend. I'm super jealous of that.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
And need to make sure to watch Star Trek Beyond and Stranger Things. Fucking hell, that just sunk in. Yeah. He's having the same panic attack we are. See all the things. Don't have time to see any of the things. Oh, well. So that was the news, according to Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hang on just a second, because Jeff is panicking.
About what?
Because he's not home yet, apparently, and he thinks that we're starting. We just finished your news. Calm your tits.
Thy tits, calm them.
Why don't we say things like calm your tits, toots? Why isn't that a regular? Okay, I'll say calm your tits, toots.
I like it. I think that's good.
I'm keeping it. All right.
Calm your tits, beast man.
All right. So normally what happens right now is Amanda is here, and so we would do letters from Rissy. But since Rissy is here, I decided you can't read a letter from yourself. So I solicited from the internet.
Oh boy.
Letters to Rissy, which is really just questions.
I'm all right with that.
So, Rissy, are you ready to do letters to Rissy?
I'm ready.
Oh, my body is so ready.
My body's ready.
All right, guys. Letters to Rissy. All right, I'm just going to go in order because we don't have a ton of things here. This is from Luke Ski.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
All right.
If you could bone any fictional character in the history of literature,
oh shit,
who would it be and why? And hang on, there's a second part to this.
Oh, goody.
Very important. And in what specific way would you use your ample boobies to seduce said person?
Okay. So I should preface this by saying there's a lot of fictional characters that I would get down with. Male, female, gender non-binary, not even human. But if I only had to pick one, I'm gonna assume for the purposes of this question that Devil's Three Ways don't count. Because he did say one in all of literature, and so a fictional character specified for literature. And I'm going to have to go with the most magnificent of magnificent bastards, Grand Admiral Thrawn, who, for those of you who don't know, and why don't you know, is a character from the Star Wars Expanded Universe, from Timothy Zahn's Thrawn trilogy. beginning with Heir to the Empire in 1991, I think. Grand Admiral Thrawn is a Chiss. He is meaning a dark blue-skinned, tall, dark, good-looking humanoid. He's brilliant. He's a tactile genius. He appreciates art, science, math, and he just fucking tears up the new alliance. He's such a fucker. I would love to bone him into a coma. Because yeah, it's got that super smart, pretty evil thing, but also in a very calculated kind of way. Like he's not like Darth Vader, where he's just like choking his subordinates all the time. Actually, Thrawn encourages creativity. He's a really good boss.
And how would you seduce him?
With my ample boobies. So what I would do...
wait, show us those again.
My ample boobies.
Yes, those. Thank you.
Yes. So how I would do this is I would set up my nipples to transmit signals out into space, identifying me as one of the lost Imperial dreadnoughts from the novels. And so Thrawn would make haste to track down and capture me.
Okay, I'm so glad you asked, Luke. Thanks for that.
With my dreadnought nipples, or dread nipples, as I call them.
Okay. All right, moving on. All right, this is pretty quick and easy. Here we go. Robert Dennis asks, pegging, for it or for it? Asking for a friend. He's not asking for a friend.
I'm totally for it, and I would definitely peg Deadpool.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Exactly. Would I peg Thrawn? You know, if he would let me, I probably would. I'd have to talk him into it, though. I mean, I imagine he's probably pretty freaky, but he seems like the sort of guy that if you want to try something new, that you're going to have to make your case.
I think pegging, it depends on the partner. They have to be into it. If they're not, then like, what are you even doing?
Right?
It's purely a power play if it's only for you.
Yes. Well, so Thrawn might be into that, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is if it's only for you, it's just like, what even is this? Right,
exactly. So yes, definitely for pegging.
Okay, for pegging. Excellent. Next question. If you were a superhero, and you are, who would you see as your arch nemesis?
Ooh, that's a really good one.
That's from my dad, by the way.
That's thanks, Blythe's dad. So who would I see as my arch nemesis? I'm gonna have to think this one through. So an obvious answer is Superman. I think he is. I do not generally care for the character, but I think he's never better than when he's in the role of a villain. Because if you think about it, Superman is so powerful that he turns every villain into a plucky underdog. And they have to be come up with very clever ways to kind of outdo his powers. So I think Superman would make an excellent arch nemesis, if for no other reason he would bring out the absolute best in me.
Oh, there you go. I like that answer.
Thank you.
Okay. Joshua Thomas wants to know, what is the one science fact that you wish people would shut the fuck up about because it's completely wrong or based on bad info?
Oh, wow. So there's whole lists of those. You may see these, fact sheets floating around about shit like polar bears are left-handed and crap like that. But honestly, I think the one that pisses me off the most is the idea that we only use 10% of our brain.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, assholes. That's not true.
It makes me crazy.
All of our brains are important.
There's literally films based on it.
Yes, there are. That fucking ScarJo film, yes. So yes, that one I absolutely hate. It's completely false, and it gives people both false hope and kind of denigrates humans as well. It's like, no, we're using a lot of our brain. I think people get the idea that because our brains are plastic to a certain extent, and if you lose part of your brain or are damaged, that other parts can make up for those functions. That's not the same thing as we are only using 10% of our brain. That's not the case. there are so many more awesome facts about the brain that should be taking up space in your memory that are not that fact. So yes, that's 10%. That one needs to go.
Awesome. Okay. And last on this thread is from Tom Silk. He says, why poop? I mean, why are you so fascinated with it? Why do you always bring it up? Oh my God, Tom. I love him.
I mean,
love him.
Why do birds fly? Why do fish swim?
Birds suddenly appear every time poop am near.
Oh, wow. Much poop, such near.
Very bizarro.
But yeah, I think part of it is because the way I was raised, I was told that, like, oh, there's certain conversations you can't bring up at the dinner table. It's not funny, even though poop is hilarious. Like all bodily functions, it's very funny. And so it was one of those things where the more you tell me that I can't do it, the more I want to. So that just kind of, I think I find effluvia in general fascinating. I don't talk about it as much, but like menstrual blood I also find hilarious, especially the chunky days. So yeah, it's combining my interest in science, biology specifically, and the kind of things that make us human. Like, no matter how awesome you are as a person, you know, how graceful or talented or intelligent, you still have to poop.
That is true.
It's kind of, it sums up the human condition. Yeah.
I've tried not pooping. It doesn't work, you guys.
No,
it doesn't work.
And it's a great indicator of your overall state of health. So it's actually important to look at your own poop. So that's part of why I'm fascinated with it, is because I'm constantly inspecting my own poop just to make sure everything's on the level. It's kind of a taboo topic, which adds to the lure of the forbidden poop fruit, the pomme de terre de merde, which means shit potato in French. And so yeah, that's my long rambling answer. Why poop? Because it is poop.
Because Rissy is poop, and poop is Rissy.
It's true. After all, we are all poop. Much like we are all star stuff, we are also all poop. Whether we will be earthworm poop or lion poop, we will be some kind of poop.
So ridiculous. Okay, well, I think that's all the letters to Rissy that we have currently.
Probably safer for the state of the universe. Although I'm getting a comment. Somebody says, there's always Banana Man and Crocoduck Boy, a.k.a. Ray Comfort and Kirk Cameron for arch nemesis.
Oh, that is a very good point.
That's true, actually, although the problem with Kirk Cameron as an arch nemesis is he's just too fucking pathetic. He's neither smart nor a good actor. He's actually, I recently watched the first movie version of Left Behind, and Kirk Cameron is just such a heap of shit, and not the cool kind that you want to stare at in the toilet because it's interesting in that movie. So yeah, I don't see him as worthy of being an arch nemesis. Although Ray Comfort is surprisingly smart and thoughtful. I could still totally take him though.
Obviously, I mean, come on. He's like old and brittle.
Yes.
All you have to do is push him over and he'll break a hip probably.
Although it would be fascinating to see, to kind of make him live out the various things he believes about evolution that are not accurate. Like, if I left Ray Comfort alone in a cage for 1,000,000 years, would he evolve into another kind of Ray Comfort?
Oh my God.
And if I left him in there with a banana plant, would it evolve to fit his hand? Or could only the touch of God make the banana plant special for Ray Comfort's hand?
Oh my God, I can't even. Well, guys, that was letters to Rissy. Thank you if you submitted them. I really appreciate it. I put out that call really last minute, and I appreciate you guys jumping in there and helping us out on that.
As I would jump on Admiral Thrawn.
Bah, 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 bah. Hey, Rissy, jump on it. Jump on it. Emerald Thrawn, jump on it.
Jump on it. These are two Admiral Thrawn dicks because he has clones. That's the great thing about Thrawn. I can have more than one Thrawn.
It's the Chris Hardwick dance.
Servicing all the dicks. As long as they belong to Admiral Thrawn, I will service all the dicks.
Excellent.
Yes.
All right. Is there anything else we should talk about before we go? I mean, the next time we're going to see everyone is literally at Gen Con.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see all of you guys. This is going to be so great. And anybody at Gen Con during our podcast and whatnot, if you want to ask me more questions about Poop or the Timothy Zahn novels or anything along those lines, I'm so there.
Awesome. Okay. Well, guys.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, I lost my show notes. Can't close the show.
Dog? You are named after the dog? Got a lot of fond memories of that dog.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it for episode 14 of the Dork Pridecast.
If you didn't watch the podcast live, you can catch the full video on YouTube and enjoy all of our visual gagging on Admiral Thrawn's enormous gags. You can see all of our visual gags on YouTube.
Okay. Or if you just want the audio version of the podcast, it's available in your browser, on basically any podcasting app, and also on iTunes, where we now have an official rating.
Blam, 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 blam,
Thank
blam.
you guys for making that happen. And subscribe and rate or review us. Keep doing it. It helps a lot. And thank you for those of you who already have.
You can find us on Twitter at Dorkington, but you can also find just me at the Red Raptor.
And you can find me on Twitter or Instagram or basically anywhere else at Blythe Renee.
You can support our Patreon at patreon.com/Damsels of Dorkington, where besides becoming one of our favorite people, you can also get access to rewards only available through our Patreon campaign, like an invite to our room party at Gen Con, or early or free access to new merch that we're working on.
Or being on the list of our super awesome patrons that we read at the end of our podcast. Like these people. And we have lots of new ones, so I'm excited. Here we go.
Yay!
We have John Haight. Special shout out. He's our top patron.
I'm sorry we couldn't hang out because I was pooping.
Oh, no. You missed hanging out with John because of poop?
Pooping, yeah.
Okay, well, there's always Gen Con.
It's true.
All right. Also, Joshua Griffiths, our faithful Northern Minion John Kozlowski, Travis and Wendy Mays, Carlos Macera, John Latch, Aaron Griffin, Darren Wilson is a new one.
Woo!
Justin Mansfield, also new.
Woo!
Joseph Harris is brand new.
Whoop, whoop.
And Jeff Peterson is also another brand new one.
Whoop, whoop.
Gordon Nelson, who recently upped his pledge.
And saved the Negaverse. Thank you, Gordon.
Did his part to help save the Negaverse. We also have Joe Louie, the Great Luke Ski, Stephen Kendall, Eric Ruggles, Jay, only one letter teller, and Wayne Wells.
Love you, Wayne.
We will see most of you in 1 week.
Oh my God. Thanks for joining us, everyone. This has been episode 14 of the Dork Pridecast. We'll see you all next week.
Bye, guys.
Deuces.